In this video, I'm going to break down how to steal content ethically and effectively so that you don't have to take risks when you start your personal brand online. Good artists copy, great artists steal. And so do professionals making 6 figures online every month. And more importantly, you can start to publish only safe, proven concepts so you don't have to gamble with your reputation online. But first, let me show you why trying to be original is actually what's keeping you stuck. You're an entrepreneur, a developer, perhaps an executive. You've built real experience for well over a decade. But when you sit down to create content and try to leverage on YouTube to build up your personal brand, you freeze. Not because you don't know your stuff, but because creating content was never your job. Strategy was your job. Execution was your job. Delivering results was your job. And now you're supposed to be creative too? No wonder that most professionals never post their first piece of content. And those of them that do, well, the stats are grim. 60 to 70% of YouTube creators quit before they've uploaded 10 measly videos. Podcasts, by the way, they die even faster. I speak from personal experience. And in the beginning, it's just brutal. Most creators, they upload into a void. Nobody's gonna watch their videos. Nobody's gonna react to them. And so it can be a bit disheartening. But in reality, remixing isn't about getting the views mainly. It's about reducing risks. When you build on ideas that are already proven, you remove the emotional volatility that kills consistency. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. Just give your own perspective instead. You don't need to gamble your identity, your reputation, or even your career on being creative. You can show up calmly, publish steadily, and let trust compound in the background alongside of your existing life. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be a full-time YouTube creator. This needs to fit into a 1 to 2 hour schedule. And this is how established professionals build up their brands online without blowing up their schedule. So here's what changed everything for me. The more I deliberately emulated creators that I looked up to, the more money I made. My most successful, best periods in my life was when I copied a lot. I'm not gonna make a secret out of that. And when I say copy, I don't mean copying verbatim. It's actually, when I tried to teach it to other people, I saw that it's kind of an art to copy in the right way. Let me explain. I looked at all the first principles of a great piece of content that I wanted to recreate. I'm sure you're familiar with, you can break it down into the hook, like both the audio hook and the visual hook. You can look at the thumbnail and the title, two extremely important factors when you publish on YouTube. If you don't get the packaging right, nobody's even going to click on your video. So definitely start copying there. Then there's pacing and editing, all of that. So when you study all the nitty gritty and the mechanism behind what works, it's like you step into the mind of a much more senior creator and you start to see the approach to creating content in the same way as they do. And there's no faster way to learn than to hop on the shoulders or pick the brain of someone that's 10 years ahead of you. And it sounds easy to copy and remix, but it actually takes discipline. I've taught a lot of people my model already. And what I observe, the most common error that the people do is that they still try to be too clever, to go too far away from the original. The designer Virgil Abloh actually said it really well once. He said, you only need to remix an idea 3% in order to make it your own. And use that as your guiding principle when you take inspiration from someone that you look up to. I think of it like DJing. I've always had a love for electronic music. And what does a DJ do? He takes tracks that work, that fit with the mood on the dance floor, remixes them, adds transition, puts his own pace on it, and thereby the new creation is something that the DJ has put his own stamp on. If you think about it, everything has already been said and done and thought of. It's the probability that you'll find a new concept that nobody has spoken about before is super low. Now I'm going to break down exactly the process that you can take. There's a tool by Google called Notebook LM. If you haven't tried it, go ahead and do. And this is the exact workflow that I use. Go to a YouTube channel that inspires you, creator in your niche. Sort the videos by most popular. Choose a video that you like, a topic. Optimally, you would head over to another channel in the niche and search for a similar video that fits the topic. Now you have two sources, two things that you can remix. You head over to Notebook LM, and there you can add the URLs of both videos and then ask the AI to sum up what's being said in both videos. Take the key points and mix them for you. And it will spit out the summary that you can work with. That's the basis of your script for the clip. Now you should of course also study the hooks, the thumbnails, and the titles of both videos and decide which one you like best. Maybe video A has a better hook, video B has a better title, and there you mix and match and you add your own 3% to the whole mix. And voila, you've created something completely new. And when you study the videos, try to emulate the feeling, the energy, and the visual elements also of the video, right? It's not only the message, it's like how it's delivered. And ensure that you make good on the promise that you made in your title and the thumbnail in the very first seconds of the clip. Point 6, in editing, again, look at your inspiration and focus on replicating the way the video is cut and edited. And lastly, congrats, you've mixed your way to your own creation. Bam! Once you drop the illusion that you have to be original, you can focus on what actually matters when you just start out building your brand online, namely sharpening your craft and your delivery. Mr. Beast said that you just need to upload 100 videos in the beginning while trying to make them a little bit better. Here you have the model. Take great stuff, remix it, make it your own, upload fast, learn, iterate. No more blank screens, no more abandoned drafts. Proven ideas plus repetition equals momentum. Now that's how you get to your first 100 uploads and thereby to the top 5% of creators. Not by being a genius or super creative, but just by grit and using proven systems. Originality is overrated, consistency isn't. If this helped you, send this to another aspiring artist who's still waiting for permission. Till next time, peace.